Well, Mark Robinson, a brilliant win on Tuesday night, but there was a different kind of Wednesday for you after the game. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, after the game, I drove up to St George's Park in Burton because I got invited up to present on the Advanced Youth Award, which I was really privileged to do. It's something that obviously I've done myself. It's the highest award you can get in terms of developing young professionals, the age 17 to 21. So because we're big here on player ownership and processes regarding giving players empowerment and ownership, I was invited to present to other coaches that are on the actual award now, which was nice. It was different. So I really enjoyed it, and again, I think it'll help the club in the future because there was under 23 coaches there from Premier League clubs, etc. So I got to chat to them after as well. So that was good.
Does it give you that sense of inspiration as well when you come away from that and you've met enthusiastic young coaches?
Yeah, definitely, and it's also nice that the club's being recognised for what we're doing with young players, which is great because as I said, it's the most advanced award you can get at that level, and and it's not just League One clubs, so it's Premier League coaches, and it's just great to talk about developing players and people. So it went really, really well. So it was enjoyable.
So who's that done through? Who does the invite come from?
So it's from the FA.
Okay.
So we have our own FA educator, Jeff Noonan, but obviously from the work that we've done previously with the academy, with player ownership games, etc., and other things that I've done with the academy, they just asked if I'd be happy to do it, because obviously I'm taking this into first team level as well, which they're really interested in, because obviously some of these coaches that are on the course right now, that might be their pathway. They want to go into first team football as well. So so it was actually an invite from the FA. So it was nice.
That's great to hear. In terms of the first team and looking ahead, Rob Tuvey said after the game, we don't over celebrate victories, but in terms of moving forward, perhaps a sense that that attacking flow that we've been missing is kind of back now. Do you think?
I think it's twofold. I think one, regarding the game, it was kind of weird because it ended possibly a little bit flat with the Iowa incident and the way the game finished. But also I think it could have been and it should have been if it was a 5-6-1, which it should have been based on the chances. I think we'd all be sitting there going, it's absolutely fantastic free-flowing performance. And looking back, I probably didn't give the lads enough credit, if I'm honest, after the game, because I watched the game back when I got home last night, and some of the football was excellent. It was so quick, and the movement was so good and so fluid that it was great to watch, and we didn't probably they didn't get the scoreline they deserved. In terms of, we always want to play like that, Chris. I think one thing people have got to remember: different teams throw up different challenges, and I think if you look at our better performances this year, it will be against certain types of side. I don't want to give too much away, but certain teams will play a certain way, and that lends to what we do really well, and you get those kind of performances. I think there's other teams that will play another style, and that's our kind of, not our nemesis, but that's where we've got to get better, and one, because of the makeup of our side. So I think it's when it's that different challenge, our intent is always to play like that, but sometimes the way the opposition play doesn't allow you to play like that. So we've then got to find a way that we don't fight fire with fire off the ball, because that doesn't work. We've got to be smarter than that, and then we've got to try and implement our game on those certain teams so that we come away with the results we want.
I guess that leads on to my next question quite comfortably there, about, you always say 80% us, 20% the opposition. Yeah. This weekend, Fleetwood managerial change, so there's probably no greater example that we've got to concentrate on what we do.
Yeah, no, you've read my thoughts, because that's exactly what I was just saying to the lads there, because we get them to watch we do a 20-minute package for them that they watch, and then they sit down and deliver to us in terms of what they're thinking, and that's exactly what they've said. I said, well, what's your thinking behind it? How will what we do work, etc.? Is there anything you've seen? And they've said, well, it's a little bit unknown because it's a new manager, and they use the example of myself when I come in interim. We completely changed formation and changed style. So I've gone back at them and said, well, this is exactly what you need to understand when I talk to you about the behaviours and it coming from you, and you understanding the game and it not all coming from the coach, and hence all the processes that we do, because that's football. Football's always changing, and Saturday, if you prepare for something you think's coming and it's completely different, then it's very difficult to perform. So it's much healthier to have players who can recognise different situations and adapt. So that's what we've talked about, because we don't know what's coming. I know the manager's only going to have a couple of days to work with them, but who knows, you know, it could be change of formation, and he might try and implement a different style. So we've got to be ready for that.
And a player who's really shown that he can adapt in recent weeks is Paul Ossu, a player you know really well. How difficult now is it to make your selection, because you got Henry champing at the bit,
Yeah.
and they're the decision you want?
Yeah, no, really difficult, and exactly how it should be. And I'm absolutely chuffed for him. He's a fantastic lad, as you all know. You know, so popular, and I'm absolutely chuffed for him. And so much of this game is mental, you know, in terms of not as in, you know, the mental side of the game. And that's a big part of our job as coaches, is to get players confident again when you can see that they're struggling a little bit in confidence for various reasons. And it's lovely to see the two performances he's put in. He put in a good performance against Portsmouth, and he carried it on Tuesday night, and probably even went another step ahead, which is great to see.
And he is okay. I know there's a problem at the end, but is he okay now for Saturday?
Yeah, I just took him off. He felt a slight twinge in his hip, so that's why we took him off. But no, he's looking fine. Same with Nestor as well. Took a quite heavy challenge, but he's looking fine as well. But yeah, so the competition is exactly what you need. So Henry needs to be chomping at the bit to try and get back in there, and that's what you want. Competition in all places. We haven't got a big squad, so. You know, the fact that we could have players coming back, hopefully will, not too far away, that's the place you want to be. Excellent performances and everyone trying to get in the team.
A player who's certainly caught the eye recently, Ollie Palmer. He's perhaps showing exactly why we brought him to the club last year. Could he also play alongside Adam Presley? I know that hasn't happened very often, but would that work, do you think?
Yeah, well, that's something that we definitely look at, and we could do it any time. Yeah, we could do that at any point. I need to make sure, and they need to make sure that they can work together. I think there's no reason why they couldn't. For the last few games, we've been playing with a width, because we think it's really important to have that width. So it's lent to just having the one down the middle. But we can change that at any point, and we can get our width in other ways. So it's certainly something we look at. And but yeah, Ollie's been excellent since he come back. And you know, I was just saying to someone earlier, he's a very good footballer. So it's not just about, you know, having the big man up top. It's so much more than that. He links the play up so well for us and brings people into play. And so he completely suits the style that we want to play, as will Aaron.
Great to see post-match you applauding the fans the other night. What did that mean to you, especially after a difficult couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think enough's been said about it, really. I think, you know, the fans know how much I love the club and how determined I am to bring about something special for them to enjoy. I think, you know, as I said, it was just about possibly the club realigning things and making them clear that this was a club model that they want to do, and my job and the coach's job and all the other staff is to bring it to life, and just recognising that, you know, there might be a little bit of empathy needed in there, especially when they aren't giving everything. So listen, the fact, you know, I didn't say it when I got the job. I said about what I think of the fans, and that never changed, because we are what we are. We have got the best fans in the country. So and we're absolutely determined to give them everything that they want. It's just sometimes that football just doesn't work like that, so it's just possibly having that little bit of understanding. But they've been absolutely brilliant. As I said, Portsmouth, I don't think one person left the ground, and the other night they just kept roaring us on, and even in that little tricky 15 minutes at the end, you know, you could hear them all the time. So it's great, and the more we're all in it together, the stronger we're going to be.
On Saturday, after the big match, is the big sleep house. Obviously, Ollie and players and people from John's local action group are involved. And how do you sum up that effort? And such a brilliant effort, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what we're all about. And the pleasing thing is, I didn't have to say anything, you know, and that's when you know you're starting to get somewhere. Is when, you know, you don't have to drive it yourself. and the players drove it. I didn't even know. I actually got contacted by Zag telling me that the players had put themselves forward, and obviously staff would as well. And that's when you know you're getting somewhere. You know, if you're driving it yourself, you always think, oh, would they do it if I didn't say? So the fact that they start driving the culture is everything I want, and I'm sure it's going to be a good night, and they'll have a laugh, and hopefully it'll be on the back of 3 points as well.
Let's hope so. Thank you for joining us, Robbo.
Cheers, Chris. Thanks.